निधये सर्वविद्यानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. So you have a question, right? You can take the mic and ask.
Om Samji. So my question is...
One second.
My question is how to prepare yourself for receiving the knowledge, because I've been listening to most of the talks. I go for Sunday classes. I used to go to Anakati. But somewhere I feel when the moment comes, I tend to forget what has been taught and I'm not able to apply it.
What are you trying to apply? And can you increase the volume a little more? I can't hear it still. Yeah.
So,
yeah, good.
In any situation, I think I've already asked you this question yesterday. I'm not able...
Ask clearly, because I may not have understood your question. That's why I called for meeting so that we can talk.
So how to understand which part of my mind is giving the objective thinking?
Okay.
Because when I'm in a situation where, say, I'm very angry or I'm very emotional, there are a lot of thoughts how to pick out what is not the mind but the intellect trying to tell me that this is the right way of doing it. So that is my first question. And also how to prepare as a student to receive the knowledge in a right way from the teacher.
Have you been, you said Sunday classes. How long have you studied? What have you studied?
So it is not consistent.
Okay.
So whenever I get the opportunity, I go to YouTube and I keep listening to his...
Oh, it's YouTube listening?
Yes. And I go there whenever I can, but I'm not able to travel there every Sunday.
Where?
Anakati.
Anakati. Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. Okay. But have you studied any text so far?
I've done retreats on Atma Bodha, and then I've done Swami Paramatmananda's Tattva Bodha on YouTube, and I'm going this year to Sarda Math for Tattva Bodha once again. So I want to make sure that whatever I am understanding, I'm understanding.
Good. Good. Understood. See, the first thing I would say to you is this. Your question is, how do you know whether what your mind is saying or, what is correct in that? When the mind is emotional, nothing can be trusted. Okay? But you would know, which when you were angry, when you're upset, when you're feeling sad, these are emotions that come and go. Any emotion that comes and goes, we have to just watch them. You can't make a decision based on that, any kind. All right? If we get overwhelmed by emotions, as you said, the teachings doesn't seem to remain. That's what we have been talking about a little. To say, I will address that topic further today. But the whole point is, an emotion is also within the order of Ishvara. It's not something alien to it. So given a certain background, you will feel a certain emotion. It cannot be wished away. It will be there. So far as you're not overwhelmed by the emotion, you're okay. So anger will come. Now the question is, do we have enough room to see anger is coming? If you make that much room, you will be able to at least not act out of anger. So some people will tell you, when you see anger coming, you count 1001, 1002, 1003. Then you do what you want. Anger would already subsided a lot by then. Because it's a blip, just comes, right? Somebody else will tell you, when anger is coming, you take deep breaths. Essentially, you slow down. But for these, what do you require? You require that space to recognize anger is coming and I shouldn't let it happen. That much space we need. Why does anger come, for example? It comes because something that you hold dear is not happening the way it is. And sometimes it's nothing to do with your what's happening right now. It's some childhood issue which crops up. You don't even know what it is. We say it's the unconscious which hits you. So what we can try to do is try to become more and more objective and bring more Ishvara into your life, which means the cause for your anger. Let us say the cause for the anger is someone's behavior. Typically it is. Then, if you really think about it, if you find out there will be a reason why the person behaves the way he or she does. There will be a reason. And if you get to know the reason, your outlook will be different for that person. So suppose you are told this person gets angry and he suffers from this problem. Your outlook will be different, is it not? Because you now understand his anger in a way. Even though he's angry, anger is same, but you will not get angry. I mean, you'll see not anger, his behavior is the same, but your response will not be one of anger because you understand. Right? And moreover, even if you don't understand, there is a cause for the way the person is because there is no behavior unconnected to a background. Get it? So, we try to be more objective. The more objective you are, the less emotions will affect you because in objectivity, the strong emotions which come up saying this is not okay will have to reduce because you understand everything that happens is in order. That's what Ishvara understanding is. That even if somebody is behaving in a way which you think is wrong completely, there is a reason and that reason is Ishvara. It will take some time for this to sink in. It may take years, it may take lifetime for somebody. But that's the way it goes. Now, your question is, how do I get prepared for this knowledge? Have you studied Gita so far? Bhagavad Gita? Or very little? Home study. You've taken, how much have you read in it? Chapter 2. Far long way to go. What else have you taken, Gita? Only home study.
I actually read the 6 books, then I again gone back to chapter 1 because there was a break in between.
Okay.
So again.
Now, what I would suggest to you is this. YouTube listening, be very cautious because you have hundreds of people on YouTube. Unless you're selectively listening, you can listen to anybody and each fellow may seem to contradict the other fellow. And secondly, if you have a doubt, there is nobody to answer you. So I would suggest not going to YouTube in the beginning. I mean, it's very accessible, but if you go, you stick to 1 or 2 people who you know, so you can ask them and find out what's going on, right? Gita is a great book to start, right? If you have studied, if you looked at Gita Home Study course, have you seen any of Pujya Swami's other books too? Not yet. Small ones, like Moments with Oneself, that kind of series, right? That's good. But Gita, you will have one book called Teaching of the Bhagavad Gita. Teaching of the Vision of Bhagavad Gita, not teaching. Vision of Bhagavad Gita. That's a very brief thing, about 6, 7, 8 classes, which are made into a book. Then there's one more book called Teaching of the Bhagavad Gita. This first book just gives you the vision of the whole Gita. Teaching of the Gita gives you the entire Gita through 18 chapters. First you read those 2 for Gita. Or if you are happy listening, you know there's an app called Teachings of Swami Dayananda. Are you aware of that app? There's an app called Teaching of Swami Dayananda. On that app, you can download, the audios you want. You can buy them. So there again you will find essence of Gita. So if you prefer listening, which I prefer, listening is always better than reading. You listen to the vision of the Gita. Teaching of the Gita is a book, very well done, through 18 chapters. Read these 2 first. Then you worry about home study. Don't go for home study first because it's too big to start with and it will overwhelm you. 9 volumes, this size, bookshelf is full, you don't feel like picking it up probably sometime, So better is to start with something thin, right? Another very good resource is what Swamiji is called public talk series, like what I'm doing now, wherein we use minimum jargon, and we will simplify and say it in a language anybody can follow. So there are a series of books called public talks. Among them you will find one called Living Intelligently. You will find one called Success. You will find something called Freedom in Relationship. These are very good books. All right? You pick them up. You can read those. That's a very good place to start the study of Vedanta. Gita will give you the best methods to grow into a person who can assimilate the knowledge. No other book does it as well. So once you studied the Gita, the vision, and this second book, now you are well informed. Now you go for home study, you'll do well. All right? That's what I would suggest to you, because this Tattvabodha is a good book. But see, in Tattvabodha, what is preparedness? What will it tell you? It will say, Adhikari kaha. Then it will say what? Viveka Vairagya Shamari Shatka Sampatti Yuktaha. Something like that it will tell you. What is Viveka? What is Viveka? Atma Anatma, Atma Satyam. Like that it will tell you. How much wiser do you become by all that? You know what is Vairagyam. What is Vairagyam? Iha Mutra Phala Bhogartha Viragaha. That's a definition, if you remember it. What do you gain by that? Do you gain Vairagya by reading that? You only know what is Vairagyam, but how do you gain Vairagyam? That Tattvabodha will not cover. Tattvabodha just tells you who is the person to understand. It won't tell you how you become that person. Get it? Therefore, good idea to start with Bhagavad Gita. In Bhagavad Gita, we talk of Karma Yoga. We talk of what is called as values. So there is another book called Value of Values, which is also an excellent book to look at. So we need to grow in terms of values. We need to grow in terms of managing our likes and dislikes. That is the most difficult part. Likes and dislikes drive us. If you look at our lives, how do you decide to do anything or not do anything? What is your basis for a choice? Generally, it's your likes and dislikes. Now, if the likes and dislikes are within dharma, you are in reasonably good shape. But if the likes and dislikes are something which are opposed to dharma, and I'm unable to manage my likes and dislikes, I will do what should not be done, what won't help me. So I will tell a lie, I will cheat, I will hurt someone, I will be crooked, not straightforward. So all these can happen because the pressures of my likes and dislikes get me there. So then, how to manage the pressure of likes and dislikes will be the question. So first thing is what? There is only one way finally. A like is there, and you have value for let's say there's a value for truth, satyam. And there is some like you can get only if you lie a little. One lie you tell, you will get what you want. There will be temptation to do it. Because I don't understand what is the loss if I tell one small lie. That's the feeling. Especially if I'm used to it. Then it takes an effort to say, no, my value is satyam, I will not lie. That will require effort. And for that step, there is no shortcut. You have to say no when you want to say no. And you have to say yes when you want to say yes. There is no shortcut. This is where the freeing of the free will comes to play. Because unless you do it, you will never become free. Am I making sense? So for example, I go to eat, and the food is very good. Happens quite often, When the food is good, we eat more. When the food is not so good, what we don't like, we eat less. Happens or not? And if you're in a hostel situation, or in an ashram, what happens? People ask, what's for dinner today? What's for breakfast today? Upma. I won't go. What's for masala dosa? I will go. This is how people go. And then what happens? Masala dosa, even when you're till here, you'll load till here. Why? Because it's masala dosa, I like it. Next day, upma, I don't mind if I have acidity, but I won't eat. I don't like it. Both shouldn't happen. So what should I do? Even if there is upma, I should learn to eat. And when masala dosa I can take one more, I should say enough. That is growth. To be able to say no when you still have that craving is growth. Similarly, any situation it could apply. I just took a simple example. So you earn good money, let us say. You go to a shop and all your friends are buying clothes every month. So you also feel like ordering or buying. And now Myntra will tell you what? You order, you don't like it, you can return. It's a very nice arrangement. So what do people do now? They will keep ordering, using it for some, even looking at, don't like returns, they're very happy. 5 times they will return before they take one. But the fact is, he will still sell. I have 20 clothes, but I decided to buy 2 more. Why? No control over my desire. When I see something nice, I want it, and I can afford it. And people tell me, enjoy life. You make money, why should you not have it? Have 10 pairs of chappals, and 35 pairs of clothes. Why not? And people, if you wear the same thing, may even ask you, how come you don't seem to buy anything new? All same chappal for everything? They may ask. Correct? So I'm just saying, in all these situations, what will push me? One is likes and dislikes. Another possibility is social pressures. See, I want to belong. I want to be accepted. So, you will want to do what people will approve of, because you yourself don't feel you are approvable as you are. So, you want your colleagues, your family to say you're okay. All right? It could be as simple as this. Now, this pair of glasses, Suppose I was wearing this, I used to wear like this, I had glasses like this earlier when I was working. And I was told, you should change your glasses. I said, why? This frame is very old style. And this feedback comes to me not from some friend. It comes from a professional feedback as part of work. And they say, you should not wear these glasses, you should wear 3-piece jacket, don't wear a sweater. Why? Because it's not professional. What's unprofessional about my glasses? But there's a view. Now let us say I want to get a promotion. What should I do? I have to now start thinking, what does this fellow think about my glasses? What does he think about my sweater? What does he think about what I eat? And he thinks I should drink some, because otherwise you're not belonging to the group. A lot of decisions get taken over dinner with drinks. So if you have those pressures, you have to succumb. So I'm saying priority should be clear. And I have to be willing to pay the price if there's a price for it. And when I can't, I will compromise. And is my goal really clear? Do I really want moksha only? Or do I want something more than other than moksha also? You can't say I want moksha and I want a good life. These two necessarily don't go together. They may go together, but they may not. So far, if you notice, I have not talked of moksha, the purushartha, except yesterday. I have not even entered it. Because first we need to learn how to manage our likes and dislikes. That's required even for dharma. Otherwise, I'll break dharma. And only thing now, the flip, if I say moksha is my goal, is that desire due to which I'm running after things, that desire is not important anymore. Now I know I'm not really after a thing. I'm not really after a situation. What I'm really after is my freedom. And the more I run after things, the more I'm going to bind myself. If this clarity starts coming, things will start dropping. Because you understand, money does not make me happy. Money does not make me successful. Money I've had, but money doesn't really give me what I'm looking for. Now money will lose value. Similarly, my dress is not what's important. Something else is important. So I'm saying each thing that you understand will give you more space. So it's an evolutionary, it takes time. While knowledge, to say I must have vairagya the one shot, the years of living without vairagyam requires sometimes a lot of time to unwind the old thinking. Impulsively you will go the wrong way. So you need to slow down. You need to, to think and do things. Is that making sense? Any other questions? If nobody has, you want one more, you can ask. I don't mind. You have a question? Please take the mic from her. Yeah. If it's not clear, feel free to ask again. That's why I've said we'll meet personally, okay? Don't hesitate.
Pranam to Puja Swamiji. Pranams to you, sir, Swami. My name is Ramesh. I'm very fortunate to be associated with the ashram from 89 onwards. That is a blessing in the first place. Actually, I was coming to the Sunday classes every day during that time. Then during my 2000 time, I had a crisis. I don't know where to go, how to solve my problem, because no one was helping, because I was trapped. Then I know only Swamiji, so I surrendered to him. So Swamiji, you only have to save me. Then he asked me what happened. I told him what happened. Then he told, don't worry. See, in your place, anything would have happened, what you would have done, so anything. But now, you have come all the way, surrendered to me, and cried in my feet. You have got my Guru Arul with you. So I am giving blessing.
Keep the mic nearer.
Yes. I am giving my blessing. You go on. I will be with you, because you are not at fault. You are trapped.
So is there a question?
Yes. So with the Swamiji's help, I solved my problems and then carried on my this thing. Now I settled everything. My son and daughter were that time.
Closer.
Yes. So, that time my son and daughter was very small. Then I attended 3 months course with Swamiji in 2000. So I overcome all the problems. Now all my problems are over. My son and daughter are in foreign. My daughter is in Canada. My son is in London. All well placed. Got married. Now my problem is, now so much happened. Oh, that's why I gave the background. So much happened during that time, and I was running. Now I was okay. But even then, my mind was having so much thing, I could not, forget my past. I cannot be free from my past.
Okay.
So much happened. That's what. So sometimes some people, associated with these happenings, come to my life again. Make me remember these things. Then I got upset.
Okay.
So now I want to get rid of all this.
Okay, fine. I
That's-
understand.
thank you.
So the question is what? My past holds me. Simple question is, my past holds me. I am unable to drop it. See, if something else holds you, you can push the fellow away. If some person is bothering you, you can go away from him. When you hold yourself, your own past bothers you, what do? True. You cannot run away from your past. So when that memory comes, you feel bad and you want to avoid it. You distract yourself perhaps. You will do something else. Won't work. Understand one thing. The past is over. The past is over. The past is a fact. All right? Even if you pray and Bhagavan comes and stands in front of you, even he cannot change your past. Past cannot be touched by anybody. This is a fact. What can you do with the fact? don't resist it. Don't resist a fact. But Swamiji, it's very painful. All right. I introduced it briefly in meditation last night. You go through the initial steps of meditation and then you say, Bhagavan, I want to accept my past, not eliminate, not run away from it, not erase it. I want to accept my past. Help me. Pray. Do a japa. Okay? And understand this clearly in your mind. I am not in any, I don't want to forget my past. I don't want to erase it. I only want to accept my past. Is this clear? I want to accept my past. I am unable to because of pain, and I am praying for help to accept my own past. Why? Because whatever happened in the past happened for some reasons. It doesn't matter what the reasons were. All right? And in my own mind, at that time, they were very painful. Okay? If you look back sometime, you will find many of these past things, if you look at it now, they will feel insignificant. But some things, if you're still holding, let us say, for example, I say, Swamiji, I did so much for my brothers, and they just didn't do anything for me when I needed help. It can be a big pain. Then you understand one thing. I did something for my brothers, but I cannot expect them to do something for me. That expectation is not, it can be there, but it's not necessarily true. They had the reasons not help me. I understand. I was not able to accept them, but now I grant freedom to my brothers to have been what they were. It's over. Let them, and you pray for them. You say, may God bless them. Or if you want them to change, you pray for them. Again, what should you pray? May these people change for the better. You have to act upon your feelings. If you don't act, it will not go. You have to act. And action is, half is information, objectivity, that they did whatever they thought is right. Everybody does what they think is right. Okay? I expected them to do something for me based on my understanding, but in their background, they didn't think it was necessary. Probably they think you owe it to them. Right? Or they may say, we did everything, the fellow doesn't see what we did for him. Or whenever he did something, you found some fault in it. 100 reasons are possible. We don't want to get into that. No analysis of who is at fault. What do I want? I want to be free from my past. I am not interested in fixing the blame. I am not interested in correcting anybody. I only want to be free myself. If this is what you want, it's simpler. Now what? I pray for those people. I pray for myself to be let go. So my prayer will be, oh Lord, help me accept my past. And if you have a specific thing, you mention exactly what is in your past. This relationship with a spouse, relationship with my father, whatever it is, accept it. And if the person is still living with you, and when you see the fellow, you'll get more angry again. For that again, you pray, and you know what Swamiji would say? You go to that person, you offer him one rose, and tell him, I have been upset, I have been angry with you, I want to get over it. Swamiyar has told me to give you a flower every day. He said, you do it for 48 days, you will love the fellow. You will be okay. Because your goal is to free yourself. You don't want him to change. Understand this. Don't put conditions. I want to get over my anger or, lack of understanding. I have trouble. I want to get over it. I don't want you to change. Make it clear. And grant them freedom in meditation. I allow him to be what he or she is. You will find it will work like a miracle. But you must allow. Genuinely you should say, I want to let go. Allow the whole world of freedom and you will be free. You can look at this even for childhood issues, very young. Things have hit me hard. And I still feel I was bullied, this happened to me, that happened to me. You see all this. What should you do? You understand? As a child, I felt that way. I felt that way. It doesn't mean anything today. That's a child's feelings. Many a time it's just a child's feelings. And they are controlled adult. So you just have to say, Hand over the problems you can't handle to Bhagavan. When you are totally helpless, there's only one thing which will help you. I tell Bhagavan, I am helpless, I need help. For that, you need relationship with Ishvara. Is that clear? Try it out, it will work. And there's a book. There's a book called Morning Meditations and Prayers, or Morning Prayers and Meditations. It's a blue-colored book, 10 or 12 meditations. You take that book by Pujya Swamiji, you read every meditation any number of times that you need till it sinks into your head. Okay? And I'm assuming that you understand Ishvara somewhat. If not, there is another book called Ishvara in One's Life. Read that first. Ishvara in One's Life. Then look at this meditation. It will work wonders. That whole book is about handling past. How to overcome one's own past. It's very, very useful to all of us. Okay? Any other questions? Mike, take it.
In a general conversation, I don't know how to put it, Swamiji. In a general conversation, if we open a subject and we go through it, someone interrupts and marks.
Keep it closer.
If I open a subject and go through it, someone marks at it and pulls us down, retorting like thing. How to face that situation, Swamiji?
Okay.
I feel that it gets it affects me, and I don't know how to
Respond.
proceed further.
How to respond.
Yes. Thank you, Swamiji.
Fair enough. See, the difficulty is, it could be a very old problem. It may not be a real problem today. Some of these problems can stem from a childhood. Okay? When you were little, when you were a child, keep the mic with her only. When you were a child, 3 to 5 years old maybe, did you find a situation where you were made fun of by adults?
Yes,
Did that happen?
I was suppressed, Swamiji.
When you were a
Even
child?
though I am very talented. I know I am very talented, but I was suppressed by in my childhood also and after marriage also.
No,
Now it's
I'm
also
asking
going on.
childhood.
Pardon?
Childhood only. Childhood only first.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
Did they mock?
Okay.
Did you feel mocked as a child?
I was a frightened child.
Father was very strict.
No, brother.
Huh?
Brother.
Brother was very strict.
Ah.
That is your problem to start with. Okay? That problem, the growing up, will hold your life potentially for a very long time. Okay? What you need to understand is this. Suppose you say something, general conversation. You say they mock. They may be mocking, they may not be. First thing you say is, in my perception, they are mocking. And my perception may be wrong. Understand this clearly. I may be wrong. So you have a benefit of doubt. Second, I said what I want to say. I felt they mock. All right? Can I change them?
No, Swamiji.
I can't change them. All right? The problem is not that they mocked. The problem is I feel mocked. All right? Did you say something that you think needs mocking? No, right? So you say, I said that if he feels that way, that's his problem. I refuse to get affected. Be very aware of the fact that, see, like Buddha used to say, suppose you're going on a street, right? And somebody calls you all kinds of names. Now, they called you names. You feel bad only when you accept those names.
We ignore them.
If you say I can ignore means he has a need to. Suppose I told you, suppose there's a mad person who's talking to you. Okay? Assume I'm mad right now. And I mock at you. What will happen to you? What will you do? Madman doing something, you will ignore me, correct? Like that, you assume whoever has a need to do, they do. You don't let it stick to you. Give them the freedom. You observe your mind. Okay? Even if the mind responds, you say, you stay with it, you observe the mind. It feels mocked, right? Don't run away. Stay there, observe. Nothing will happen to you. One more thing you do. As I told you, this is not a current problem. What you said you were suppressed a lot, that is the problem manifesting. So you understand, this is a child in you which is creating this problem. Very likely. All right? So you first, parents or brother suppressed you, right? When you think of that brother, you feel angry or not?
No, Swamiji. He is very affectionate and tender also.
Correct. But I'm just saying, if that feeling comes, you understand, you allow, you accept your whole past. Okay? And you say, because of the past, this is happening. You even accept your mind which feels mocked. Mind feels mocked, right? When the mind feels mocked, you feel uncomfortable. That you can snap the connection by seeing the mocking of the mind feels is part of psychology. It will feel that way. That is also part of Ishvara's order. Which means that you've given your background, given what is happening right now to you, anyone in your background would have felt mocked. It's not your problem. This is how Ishvara is. So once you accept that, you will find it will not bother you. If you don't accept the mocking, it feels bad. You accept it, it will reduce. And you pray for help. You do multiple things. It'll help you. Does it make sense?
Yes, Swamiji, but acceptance is there, prayer is there, that's and all okay. But how to erase that?
Don't try to erase it. That's exactly what I'm trying to tell you. Erase means it's a problem.
Words linger on Swamiji.
Huh?
Words and accusations and mockery and sarcasm lingering. It's lingering now, Swamiji.
That is because you are not, you are resisting it. You are resisting it. All right? Your resistance comes because you are taking it to heart that they are saying this to me. I'm saying to you, see, you have two choices. One, if it's a person you need not relate with, you can stop. But is it only one or two people or a lot of people?
Still going on,
No,
Swamiji.
is it only one or two people or with everybody?
Not everybody, Swamiji.
Huh? Only one or two people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, are those one or two people, is that relationship optional or necessary?
Necessary.
If it is necessary, you have no choice, okay?
Okay.
It's inevitable. Therefore, you have to deal with it. You
Okay.
can't run away from it. Therefore, what choice do you have? You can reduce unnecessary conversation. But
I understand.
that is
Swamiji.
important. But at the same time, you have to defend yourself in the sense like you have to put one coating, one layer. Means even if they say, you say, they have a need to say, that is not true. I'll give an example. Suppose I were to tell you, Amma, why are you so fat? You're so fat. You need to lose weight. What will you tell me? I'm telling you. You are too fat. You're obese. You have to lose weight. What will you tell me?
I'll say, so what?
Will you say, so what? Are you fat right now? Are you fat?
Oh, okay.
What will you tell me?
I'm not fat.
Why did you say that? Because you are sure that you are not fat. Is that true or not? When I mock you, suppose I say, look at her, how she smiles like a monkey. You feel, oh, he's telling me. Say, hey, I don't smile like a monkey. Say it internally to you, to yourself. Refuse to take a comment which does not belong to you. The reason you feel mocked is somewhere in your mind, you accept it. You feel, I am like that. You know, Swamiji used to say, 3 people are going.
Huh?
3 people are walking on a road. You know, Devadatta, Yajnadatta and Somadatta. You say Devadatta, Devadatta turns around. Yajnadatta, only Yajnadatta will turn back. Somadatta, he turns back. Idiot, all 3 turn back. Why? Because all 3 of them somewhere deep down feel they're idiots. Somewhere deep down. This is psychology. Therefore, understand that this feeling of being mocked, you have. Now, if I know you feel like that, anytime I want to irritate you, all I have to do is mock you. You will always be under my control. Anytime I want, I can press the button and you will jump. You don't want that. So what should you do? You allow me to mock you. You allow me. and you understand this fellow has a need to say, all right? What he thinks is not true. And to the extent you can avoid conversation, don't talk unnecessarily. Vak tapas is very good. Talk what is necessary to be talked. Don't talk unnecessarily. And if the person, if you can even draw boundaries. You can tell the person, if you think it works, you can tell him, look, when you do this, I feel hurt. Do you mind not mocking me? Say straight away. He may say, I'll make more fun of you. Be ready for it. If you want, you can tell the person, please don't do this, it hurts me. If you do this, I cannot relate with you. You can tell him, nothing wrong, no anger.
Swamiji, I am feeling hurt.
Huh.
I can't hurt back, Swamiji.
Sorry?
I can't hurt them back.
What I'm saying
I
is
don't have the strength in my words.
it's not hurting back. You have to learn to
taken
draw
aback.
boundaries.
Swamiji, I taken aback and I don't know how to say one word after that.
That's what I'm telling you. You can tell, please don't step on my toes. Please don't do this, it hurts me. What is wrong with saying that? What is wrong with saying that? You have not done so far correct, but I'm telling you what you should do. You can tell the person, look, this hurts me. I have been hurt repeatedly. All right? Do you mind not doing this? Ask. Communicate clearly. They may agree, they may not agree.
I'm lacking in communication, Swamiji. What to do?
Learn. What else can you do? You want to change, you learn. If you say, I don't want to learn anything, you expect the world to bend to your likes, it won't happen. You take control of your life. See, I can give you a solution. Amma, you never go to that person. It may not work. Because that person is involved in your life deeply. You can't leave the person. So it's like a hot potato, okay? You put it in your mouth, it burns. You swallow it, it'll burn more. What do? Hot potato problem. So if you can avoid relationship, you have to give it. But when it's a relationship you cannot walk away from, you have to learn to manage it. Don't say I can't. You can. Pray to Bhagavan for strength to do that.
Yes, Swamiji.
Okay?
Yes.
See, if you don't want to tell the person, I'm fine. But you should have the inner strength to handle it. I'm saying these are multiple ways.
That is lacking, Swamiji.
Huh?
That's lacking.
Lacking. Pray for it and do something about it.
Okay.
Just saying it is lacking won't change. Suppose you don't have strength in your arms. What should you do? You should go to the gym and do some bodybuilding, okay? That's what you have to do. You can't say, I have no strength, I can't do anything. Then what solution can I give you? You have to gain some strength. It may take time. But first thing you understand is this, that I am responsible for the way I feel. It is not them. I am responsible. Take responsibility for the way you feel. It is not their mocking. It is your inability to accept what they say that's the problem. Until you say they are the problem, you will never solve this problem. First say, the problem is not them. The problem is my inability to accept. Then you will work on a solution. If you blame them, you will always be blaming them because you want them to change. That won't happen. You have to let them be what they are. That is the only realistic solution. You can ask them, but they may oblige, they may not oblige. You can try. See, you have freedom. What I said to you, you have total freedom to wish for anything, do anything. But consequences is not in your hands. You can tell them, hey, please don't mock me like this. But next minute he mocks you double the time, double that amount. You can't do anything. You have to be ready for both. If not, you can't tell that fellow anything. But I'm saying, freedom is in my hand. I can talk. I can tell him, don't do it. I can try to strengthen my mind. I can't change that person. And I can't change my past background due to which I feel mocked. That's why I said, if both don't work, I have to pray to be able to accept the mind which feels mocked. Then it won't bother you. I'll give you an example. When we used to sit in meditation, when Puja Swami used to do meditation, he would say, after I get up and go, people can keep sitting and meditating quietly. But minute he left, people would start talking. And lot of talking. And I wanted to do what Swamiji said. I want to sit and meditate. And it used to bother me a lot. Not one or two. 50 people are talking. What can you do? Whom will you stop? You blow inside. Then I followed Swamiji's teaching. What? Before I start meditation, I pray and I tell, I grant freedom to all these fellows to talk. I grant them freedom. I don't mind. Once I say that, when they talk, it doesn't bother me. Because I have allowed them. Till you don't allow them, it will bother you. Once you allow them, you will become free. But you have to be able to allow. And if you can't allow, pray for that strength to allow. Prayer is phenomenal. It can do wonders for you. Do it. Okay?
Thank you, Swamiji.
Yeah. Any other questions? Yeah.
Pranam Swamiji.
Hold it a little closer.
Pranam
Yeah.
Swamiji. Very nice to listen to your lectures. You slowly build up the tempo. So, there are two questions. The first question is, see, it is said that we are not the mind, we are not the body.
Uh-huh.
So, because we can watch the mind,
Correct?
we can watch the body. Okay, so that is the reason. And the Atman is something which cannot be known through any of these five senses.
Correct?
So you have to become the Atman, or you be the witness. Witness is the Atman.
Okay.
So question is, see, when we are saying we can watch the mind, we are watching our mind. We are able to watch the mind. What is the pramana there?
What is the pramana for what?
Watching the mind. We watch our mind.
Huh?
So what is the pramana there? Are we using our own?
No, you are watching your mind, right?
Yeah, correct. But
Yeah.
what is the medium there?
What is the meaning of that?
Medium. Are we using the verbal, you are using the memory, the visual memory? So ultimately, does it boil back to these five senses only? Or it is just the feeling?
No. See, let me try to understand. See, you're saying, what is watching the mind? Is that your question?
Yes.
Is that your question?
Yes.
Okay. Now let us say, please sit down. Now let us say that, suppose I want to, if the lights were all off here, you can't see anything here, right? My eyes need light to look at anything here. True. Now, when the lights come on, does the light need anything to illumine this?
No.
My eyes need light, but the light, to look at the light, do I need another light?
No.
Why? Because it is already light.
Yes.
So understand that like the sun does not need another sun to illuminate. What I call Atma is a self-evident reality. See, in fact, when you say the eyes see, the mind see, etc., all this is borrowed. The example we give is this. Suppose you have an iron ball. What's the color of iron? It's gray or black. You heat it. What color does it have now?
Red.
Red. Is it hot? Yes. Now you take the red hot iron ball. Can you distinguish the fire from the iron?
No.
No. But you know that the fire alone made it hot and the iron is cold. Only when you see them separately. Correct? So this fire seems to give heat to the iron ball. What burnt me? The iron ball burnt me. But the fact is, fire alone burnt me. So, in all these things, when I say the mind sees, first my eyes see. Then the mind sees the eye. And there seems to be an ego which sees the mind also. Who sees the ego? Is the question. And I'm saying one thing to you. In the night, does anyone see what goes on? When you sleep, deep sleep? No. So, the ego also goes. Correct? The ahankara goes. Who knows that? You can't say, I don't know. You know it. Don't worry about how. Experientially, do you know or not?
Yes.
You know it. That much you hold on to. Pramana is you. You're self-evident. See, everything in the universe is evident to you. You cannot use the word I for anything in the world. And why I say anything you observe is not you is because you can be without it. Anything you observe is an event in time. Every event comes and goes. And you are there before the event and after the event to say an event happened. Each perception is an event. Every single emotion is an event. Therefore, you were there before and after. Waking is an event. Sleep is an event. Dream is an event. You are not an event, right? If it's not an event, you don't need your senses and mind to know it. You are the one due to which the mind and senses are able to know. And we take one more step. See, this talk series, I have not really entered this aspect. I'm very carefully kept away from it because we need to grow to that point first. So I'm dealing more with vyavahara, how to deal day-to-day situations, because that's what I think matters to us more to start with. But if you take me further, I will say existence and that illumining is both one reality. That Chit and Sat are one, if you heard those words. It's not consciousness, which is just something it's not a process in the brain. It is something which pre-exists in the brain. It's always there. So existence is not created, it's not destroyed. Evidence is not created or destroyed. What comes and goes happens to be just a manifestation of that, like your dream. That's the example we use. So does it answer your question, or it's still hanging there?
Yes, it answers.
If you have further doubt, ask me, I will try to help you, okay?
One more question.
Sure, yeah.
And
You can sit and ask, no problem. No issues.
now, how do we distance ourselves from the mind?
All right.
That is a big problem because identification with the
Very
mind.
true. Very true.
a
And
problem.
I will try to deal with that today in part. Fact is this. The difficulty in distancing the mind, because the mind seems to be a continuous entity. You need to have a break. You need to have a break. How? Right now, just follow what I'm saying, asking you to do, okay? Think of a mountain. Think of an elephant. Think of a cow. Think of a river. Now, tell me, between river and cow, what did you think of? Did you think of anything? Did you think of anything else in between these four words?
No.
No. You were there all the way or not?
Yes.
So what is changing is the mind. You are the one who is seeing it flow. Slow down the flow. Now, think of the sun. Think of the moon. Imagine you're hearing the song you love. Now think of the smell of a rose. Between these thoughts, did something else you think of or no? I slowed it down. Did other thoughts come in between?
Sometimes they come.
They may
sometimes-
have.
yeah.
But what I'm saying is, you train your mind to think one and then think another deliberately. We have to train our mind to be deliberate. The mind is on autopilot. It needs to be, right? It's like your, what do you call it? The spinal cord, what does it manage? The systemic,
Sympathetic, parasympathetic.
sympathetic, which you don't need to tell anything. It happens automatically, correct? Whereas the other one is what?
Parasympathetic.
There's a volition involved, correct? So now, exactly like that, the mind also has that component. Suppose you're driving and a headlight comes in front of you, you'll immediately blink. You don't have a choice. And also, your responses will be to save yourself. You'll swerve your car, you'll do something. The mind doesn't ask you what should I do at that time, correct? But when you're driving leisurely, you have all the choice. Two aspects of the mind. One, which is purely a reporter of data. Data comes, could be data from the external world, could be data coming from memory. Both sources are there. Both will manifest as thoughts. Now, other than that, you have your own thinking. So suppose you decide, I have to call Jayashree. You have to think. That's in thought. Memory may also do it, but suppose you thought about it, or you said, this patient, what should I do for him? That deliberate thought you have a control over. Some control over. But The thoughts which bubble up in the mind, there's no control. Now, first thing you do is you decide a deliberate process of thinking. In the deliberate process of thinking, mind can do only one thing at a time. In that micro instant. Therefore, if you decide, I will say, Om Namah Shivaya, you have given a job to the mind, it cannot think of anything else. Okay? And now what we do in the japa, which we will try to do today again, is I predetermine my next thought should also be Om Namah Shivaya. For the next 10 minutes, I only want to stay with one thought. You are giving yourself an occasion to see. If the mind moves, you know it moved because you have a goal. In the normal day, the mind is free to go wherever it wants. There is no let or hindrance. And that's what we have learned to live with. Wherever the mind goes, we go. Wherever the mind stays, we stay. I'm totally identified with mind. That's the problem I'm mentioning. Because I don't know of anything other than the mind. When will you know when you're other than the mind? Only when you're asleep. Because that's the only time the mind gets rest. Now, we are deliberately trying to introduce a rest for the mind. When you're awake, wide awake, by doing what? By doing a japa. So you decide. Japa is about one thought repeated. It could be any thought. But we choose a prayer because it gives me double benefit. It's helpful for one thought, and that thought is on God, therefore it will give me punya. We are doing double benefit there. So when you repeat that thought, you have an occasion to see if the mind moves, you have only one job to do, bring it back. This takes training. Won't happen one day, immediately. But suppose you do it over 1 month, 1 year, maybe 10 days, we don't know where we stand. But when we do it, slowly you will find that the mind has that moment of quietness. And just now you noticed that there was a quietness. You would have noticed. Last night in meditation, did you notice the mind was quiet? Was not thinking anything? May not be for long. Even for a moment, that fraction is enough to show you, you are without a thought. The thought is not a problem. But you don't know yourself without a thought is a problem. And once you know yourself without a thought, and you also know the thought cannot do any damage to you, then the thought has no business bugging you up. Unless you refuse to accept that thought. For that, we deal with it by becoming objective and bringing more Ishvara. So, we are trying two things. One, to become objective, and second is to train the mind to be where I want it to be. You know what Pujya Swamiji would say to us sometime? Once he told me, he would meet people. He would meet people individually, satsang. So one person goes, meets him, goes away. Second person goes, meets him. He says, sometimes there's a gap, 5 minutes. He said, between one person going away and next person coming, my mind is absolutely quiet. That to me was an eye-opener. Because which means his mind is at will he can just use it, at will he cannot use it. That ability to suspend the mind is real freedom. Dropping your free will, totally. Using mind is use of free will. Not using the mind is no free will. So if I can drop my mind, what happens? I'm not gone. People are afraid what will happen. Nothing will happen. You will very much be there. And you will find that there is a quietude, no pressure. I am not afraid of a thought. Because even if a thought comes, it will go. I just don't join it. And what happens in japa, over a period of time, first you start with an interval which you can manage. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Now you become more comfortable. No distractions. Increase the interval. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. As you increase the interval, likelihood of distraction increases. Your muscle strength has to keep pace. Like you start with 2 kilos dumbbell first, then you go to 3, then you go to 4, then you go to 8, then you go to 10. Don't do it first day, it won't work. It will strain the muscle too much. So, same way, you go slowly. But first we have to build in a habit of doing this to make our mind be able to stay quiet for some time. This is very important. And this is very different from saying samadhi wherein you want to knock out the mind. We have nothing against thoughts. We want to see that we have freedom to think and freedom to not think. Compulsive thinking happens because I can't accept something. Like somebody felt mocked. He feels mocked, then she can't drop that thought. It will hold her because that's unacceptable. And to make it acceptable, I have to use other means. Objectivity, Ishvara, psychology, counseling, whatever it takes is fair. Because this mind needs to first be brought to some level of quietude. And once that level of quietude has come, then meditation will work much better. Because meditation finally is not an activity. It's not really an activity. Meditation is you become meditative, that's it. Nothing else can happen. So this japa is a phenomenal technique, but we need to learn. And there's a very, very tiny booklet of Pujya Swamiji, which is called japa. It's barely, tiny size, maybe not 10 pages or so. Worth reading and worth following it all the way. You will find it makes a difference. But we need patience. Work with it. And you will find that you have space and you will be able to see that the mind is not me. You can see even now, because in sleep it's not there. But that's not enough. In waking, I want to know I am separate from the mind. For that, this will help you. One of the best things, perhaps. All right?
Thank you.
Anything else? If there are no questions, I will stop. If you have questions, I'll take another 10 minutes. I don't mind. Then I'll give at least 10 minutes. Go ahead. Ask. Please ask.
Again, pertaining to the same thing again, body and mind.
Please sit down and ask.
They
No
say
problem.
when there is pain, it's very difficult to separate yourself from the body.
When there is
Pain,
physical pain.
physical pain.
Yeah.
So it is nice to read it and then say, watch the pain and this and that and all. But when it comes to, when you experience pain, for 1 second we fall flat. So it's very difficult to watch the pain and say that it will go off and things like that.
Quite true.
How to
You know
get
what?
past that step?
Physical pain has to be endured. If you can cure it, please do. You know better. You can inhibit some neurotransmitters. You can do something about it. Correct? But the pain that we can manage cognitively is the mental pain. Physical pain cannot be done away with. But suppose you gain enough space managing non-physical pain. When you have that capacity, then physical pain you can probably look into. You have more space. When you're totally identified with the body's pain is my pain. If you're identified with mind's pain is my pain. So we have to make that space. That is what inner leisure is about. Give more space. See, unfortunately, to land on the topic, I have to first bring Ishvara in a big way. Otherwise, it's very difficult to see why I should not resist the world, why I should not fight everything. Only when you see order can you start trying to make changes which will help you. So, physical pain has to be dealt with. And if you can, see, again, we never say, don't do anything about physical pain. Suppose a paracetamol will solve your problem. Please take it. Please take it. And in fact, I will tell you something. Even for sadhus, physical pain is a testing time. Because all your knowledge will seem like it doesn't exist sometimes. Because the pain is so much. The body is a program to protect itself. The body is not meant to have pain. In fact, what does pain tell me? The pain says something needs attention, right? It's a good thing or a bad thing. It needs attention, therefore it's telling you there's pain. Therefore, the body is doing its job, and instinctively I want to avoid pain. It's programmed. I think it's part of the, sympathetic nervous system. So it will work, whatever it has to do. Fair enough. But when pain has to be endured, what will you do? Then, typically, more than the physical pain, it is your resistance that this pain doesn't go, which bothers you more. The mental pain gets your physical pain magnified. I'm not saying physical pain is not there. It can be intense. But one thing is clear, physical pain is there and I cannot do it, then what choice do I have? Whether I complain, whether I pray, whether I take medicine, if the pain doesn't go, I have to endure it. Do I have a choice? So to understand what cannot be changed must be endured is a fact. And at the same time, I pray to Bhagavan, please reduce the pain. I can pray. I can even pray for my patient's pain to be reduced. Prayer can be done for anybody. And I'll tell you what, when you act upon your pain, even physical, you will find you have some space. If you don't act upon it, you feel helpless, the pain seems overwhelming. Anything which overwhelms you, if you can act, you will find there is space. If you don't act, it will get you more and more. So whenever we are helpless, if you can't do anything, pray. It will give you relief. This is a fact. And see, Ramana Maharshi and Ramakrishna are known to have got their surgeries done without anesthesia. So it is not an impossibility to handle pain too. But I guess their pain thresholds may have been, and they can pull back their attention. That extent they train the mind. They can pull their attention from here and focus it elsewhere, perhaps, That possibility exists. All right? Anything else? Anybody? Yes. That will be the last one, mostly.
So Swamiji, if I can't meditate,
Yeah.
can I start with japa?
What do you mean you can't meditate? Explain
I
that.
tried meditating. I've done Vipassana and all of that.
Huh.
But I can't exert my willpower to sit every day because some days it's good, some days I just fall asleep. So
Look.
it's just boring, I think, for me.
That attitude is what's doing it. Okay? When you say I can't meditate, you are talking of what you think is meditation. Were you sitting here last night or not? Was it became boring to you?
No.
So what is the problem? What you think is meditation, you can't do. Who is saying you have to do that? Do what I'm telling you to do. See if it's hurting you. See, sometimes it's like this. We'll conclude. Swamiji, I can't take this Ayurvedic medicines. They don't agree with me. How do you know? Swamiji, I went 2 times. 2 times the doctor was an idiot. Maybe. We make this statement. Swamiji, I've tried Ayurveda. I've tried allopathy. I've tried Unani. Nothing works, Swamiji. How many doctors do you go to? 1 each. Over? 1 doctor could have been bad. 1 meditation read may not be interesting to you. Second, do you want to change yourself? Then you have to do it. Swamiji, I don't like it. Won't work. It won't work. Suppose somebody tells you to gain weight. Okay? What should you do? Eat. Swamiji, I don't like to eat. What choice do you have? Then you will not gain weight. So you have a choice, okay? Either you want your mind to be managed or you want to be managed by your mind. You choose. If you say, I can't meditate, you have made a decision. I won't meditate. It's not I can't. I don't want to meditate. That's the problem. Let go.
So what do we follow? Like what meditation do we follow? There is so much out there.
Don't go with so much out there. If you ask me, I will tell you only one thing. I will tell you what I know. All right? Again, you go to the app. Teaching of Swami Dayananda. Audio. You will find meditations there. Among them, you will find one which is called Meditations on the Meditator. Do that first. Okay? And there will be one or, I don't remember the exact names, but then there will be something called general meditations, about 49 of them. Do them. Do them till you get comfortable, one by one. It's not yet to finish them. Have enough time for yourself. Meditation requires leisure. So don't try to do it with the watch. Keep enough time that you don't feel rushed. Understand, meditation is not doing. Meditation is being. The problem is, I can't be myself. And that's exactly where you need to bring about a change. The first step is to unload the world. Unload this wrong idea, I can't meditate. You'll be okay. Many a time, when we say, I can't do it, Swamiji, I've never done it. That's how I am. When we make a statement, it means that's how I was and that's how I want to continue to be. You should say, I wasn't able to meditate till now. I want to try. That's the right way to go. You can do it. Okay? All right. So I'll come back at 6 now. Thank you.